Alright, in this first tutorial for Windows Movie Maker, I'm just going to be showing you how to import video clips and how to edit and trim them. So to begin, if I go to Import Video, you need to know what folder your video is located in. I'm going to use one of these fish videos from our Whitey's commercial. So I double click on it, and that imports it. It actually is not putting it into my movie yet, that's just bringing it into Windows Movie Maker. Up here at the top where it says Collections, there's a whole list of any videos that you've brought in. Usually it only brings in one at a time. So if you need to ever get back to one of your other videos, they're up here under these different collection folders. So I'm going to take this video, and to actually put it in my movie, I need to drag it and drop it onto the timeline. I think normally Windows Movie Maker starts out with the storyboard view at the bottom. I actually kind of like the timeline view more, but really doesn't make a difference either way. So I'm going to put my movie onto my timeline, and I can see how long it is. This is actually 1 minute and 10 seconds. There's no way we need that much video of just fish swimming. So we're going to trim it to find just the best part. A couple different ways to do this. If you want to see a preview of your video over here on the right, you can actually just drag the blue cursor and it shows you what's going on in the video. So I've actually worked with this clip already, and I know that the first part is really choppy. It kind of goes back and forth a couple of times. So I'm looking for a spot in the middle where it was just kind of one smooth pass, and that was this piece right here. So I'm going to trim it a little bit before what I want with this button that says split the clip, and that'll actually cut it into 2 pieces. And since I know I don't want any of this first part, I'm just going to right click on it and go to delete, and now I can watch this second part and see when I wanted to stop it. So I can press play, and let's go ahead and turn off our volume. We're not going to be interested in the volume of this video. We're going to be putting our own music and our own talking over it. So we'll play it now and just see what's going on. So we got a nice smooth clip of the fish kind of swimming, and we move the camera slowly to the right. And right around there, I'm actually going to stop it. I don't really like the bubbling clams in my own fish tanks, so I'm going to pull this blue cursor back until the clam was just coming into view, and we'll cut it right around there. I'm only looking for really short clips for the commercial. We've shot a lot of different footage, so we're just using like 2 to 3 second clips of each piece. And now again, I can delete this second half of that I don't want. So this piece that I have right now is about 5 seconds long. It's a perfect little piece to make a commercial. If I wanted to make it shorter, you notice if you put the mouse right on the end of a video clip, you can trim it, and that's really nice as well. And actually, that's actually even better than cutting it, because if you trim it, you can always get it back if you need to. So if I decided I wanted it to be a little bit shorter, I just put the mouse right on the edge and I can drag it. And then if I decide, you know what, later on in my video I actually did want to keep that, you can just pull it right back and it's still there. Now it only has as much as I left when I cut it. If you cut it, it goes away and it's not there anymore. So those are 2 ways to edit your video clips. I could bring in more just by going to import. This time I'll bring in the sea urchin video clip, and again drag it down here. And this time for this one I'm going to demonstrate just trimming. So if I watch it and I don't want this first part where they're zooming in, I want just the zoomed in, and then it gets really blurry, so we don't want to use that. I'm waiting for it to kind of get clear, and then right in here we see the sea urchin kind of walking across the glass, so that's the part that I want to use. So again, I can just trim the front, go all the way, you can see what's going on, that's where it got blurry, and then I think right in here is where he actually started walking, and then same thing, you can trim the other end and cut that off. Since I'm making a commercial, I'm going to try to keep each video about the same length. So now I have 2 5-second video clips. Again, you can press play and preview and see what they look like up here. I see the fish swimming, and I see the sea urchin walking. During this time, we could be talking about our sales in the fish department. Kind of nice preview button here. If you press this full screen, it'll actually play your video full screen so you can see what it looks like. This is a little bit blurrier than it really will be, so don't worry too much about that. It is a lot of information for the computer to try to keep track of, so usually it's a little bit blurry while you're working on it, but when you actually finish it and save it, it usually does look a little bit better. So that's the main thing for this first tutorial, is just how to bring in video clips and how to trim and edit them. I guess I'll show you as well that you can bring in pictures the same way. So if I had a picture I wanted to bring in, like this is actually a picture from Whitey's from the internet. So this is a picture for their sale. If I click on import, same thing, it brings it into my collection. Then I could drag that and put it at the beginning. Since this is just a picture, there is no video to it, but you can still adjust its length. If I wanted the picture to be on the screen for a long time, I could move it to the right. If I wanted it only to be on the screen for a little bit of time, I could put it on the left. And now, if I press play, we see that title come up there, that picture at the beginning, and then it starts going to our video clips. So a couple of our teams may actually be using quite a few pictures. You're just going to keep doing that. Import pictures and then drag them into your movie. And then you can adjust their length just by stretching them out. Alright, for the next tutorial, we'll be looking at a few other options to try to start making our videos look a little bit nicer.